Hey guys, how's it going? I'm going to do a little show and tell of some micro stubs that I just picked up from a Baja bug. I've got this one here assembled. This one's taken apart. I'm just going to show you the parts and kind of put it together as I tell you what it is. This is the bearing housing. This is actually the most important part because this is so short compared to the Volkswagen Type 1 or the stock setup. This is what saves you a lot of space and lets your stub axle come farther in. So this is the bearing housing. I don't know if this is something that Latest Rage purchases from a manufacturer or if this is something that Latest Rage makes. I really don't see any identifiers on it, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many splines it is either. I'll count it and I'll put it up in the video. I'm assuming it's probably the smallest of them all, which is probably about 27 spline. Because of the price of the kit, I'm sure it's not going to be I doubt it would be the largest one. But that slides in there, it's splined. It's got the washer. The shouldered portion goes towards the stub axle. You got the nut, which holds her in there, like so. Then we've got the hat. Now this part, I will tell you, when I first got it and opened it up, I mean, this seems pretty nice. I don't actually have any quality issues with this anymore. However, when I first took it out of the box, it wouldn't fit on there. It almost went, it was really close, and if I took a hammer and hammered it on, maybe it would have gone, but I'm not gonna do that. It's a brand new kit, you know? So what I did is I took it over to the drill press. I took a 1/2-inch drill bit. I've got a little video clip of me doing that, and I ran a 1/2-inch drill bit through each one of these. 1/2-inch drill bit didn't take out much material. It just really opened it up a little bit so that it fit on here fine. There's 5 lugs here. They've got 10 holes in here. I'm not sure why, because they're all the same. At first I thought that maybe there was 2 different bolt patterns on here, but they're all exactly the same. So I don't really understand what's up with that, but either way. Then you've got this, which is basically just an adapter plate. All this does is it's going to bolt to the front of the rotor hat, and it's going to take it from this 5 lug to the Volkswagen 5 on 205 bolt pattern. That's all it is. It sets on here. The holes that they had drilled in here were a little bit off, just enough so that you could set it on here, but as you would put in these lug nuts, they would get really tight. It would be really hard to start the last couple ones, and then it would be so tight that you would have to tighten them down with a wrench, which I didn't like. So if I would have had a larger drill bit, I could have just drilled this out a little bit, but I didn't have any drill bits that big. So what I did is I brought it over to my mini lathe, and I'll show you, I've got a video of this, and I actually just took off probably about 20 thousandths from the shoulder, so it gave it a smaller diameter. When I did that, that was enough to make it so that I could just by hand spin all of these on. And like I said, it would have worked before, so if you didn't have the mini lathe for that, it would work. I just, you know, I don't want the stuff to be tight and difficult to work with and all that, so I turned it down in the lathe so that I could just spin them all on by hand. So that was what I did there. Then this adapter plate, these lugs, you have to press them in. What I ended up doing was actually I've got a 10-ton press, and I tried pressing them in with the press, and my press wouldn't do it. So what I did is I drilled the hole out a little bit to open it up a little bit, and then I just used a lug nut with some washers behind it. I've got a video clip of that as well. And I would just turn the bolt in and draw it through, which worked fine. I mean, they're in there extremely tight. I feel like the hole that they came with in this adapter plate was too small. Maybe. I don't know, but anyhow, that's what I had to do to make it so that I could draw those through. But they tell you that in the kit. I mean, I knew when I was ordering this that these were going to need to be pressed through, so no big deal there. Then you've got this center cap. The center cap right here, you know, kind of your decorative ring. You know, put it on there, bolt it down, sweet. So you would think. However, see this little dished portion here? It doesn't come with that. When it comes in the kit, it's flat like this on both sides. Well, if it's flat, it rocks back and forth because the end of this micro stub actually sticks out a little bit farther than the face. So with my mini lathe, I had to take 60 thousandths out of the center of the cap. Now, if you didn't have a mini lathe, you could actually take the micro stub and you could just grind off a little bit of the tip. So that would work too. But I ended up taking off 60 thousandths there so that it fits flat. And then they've got the calipers, which will go on here. These are basically copies of some Willwood calipers. So at least I know that if I do end up having quality issues with these calipers, like if they leak, I'll buy Willwoods, which are exactly like this, because these are copies of the Willwoods. So at least I'll have an option with that. When I make my rear swing arms, which is going to be in one of my videos coming up here, I will have a section of the swing arm that the bearing housing is going to bolt to, and that will have some tabs coming off here that the calipers will bolt to, because there's nothing on this to hold the calipers in place. I hope this helped you guys some. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one.